Hi, I'm Tom Hignite. We are in Milwaukee, and in back of me is a DT2100 or a Dream 2000. The normal house does not have the arches and the brick and the side entry garage and some different things on the standard version. Although as a custom home builder, it's hard to tell what a standard version is. As I walk and talk, I want to show you another house that's directly behind you. And if we can just kind of follow me. This house over here is a house we built out in this subdivision called a hybrid. It has a lot of space on the first floor because it has the kids' bedrooms in the basement. This house over here is a R1600, which is about a 1,600 square foot ranch, hence the R. This house at the end is a gorgeous T2500, T standing for two-story, and looks very stately with the pillars. And this house over here, believe it or not, is the very same house that I showed you first that had the arch on the front that's now right behind you. And that's the one we're going to go see today. This is another edition of guerrilla shooting where we're not going to turn off the camera too much unless we run out of batteries or unless we have to for some reason. We're not doing any special lighting or any special volume controls. So whatever you get, mistakes and all. So I want to show you this house because it's interesting that it looks like the other house. We'll do the full circle here, go all the way around. You can see that house in the background that looks like a Grand Victorian that we did. Looks a little bit like the Disneyland train station. But back to this house again. This is the straight on view of the house, and we are going to turn the camera off because I want to show you the side view of the other house. So off we go. All right, you are looking in between two of the houses. I'm on someone's front lawn. I apologize for that to whoever owns this house. But there you're seeing what would be the front of the house. You can see that it's very similar to the other salt box home with the arch on the front with the brick we looked at. Only you're looking at the side of the house right now. This is not the front of the house any longer, but it very easily could be. So now that you've got this in perspective, we're going to turn off the camera and break another rule of guerrilla shooting one more time. We're going to walk a couple hundred yards and you'll join us in just a moment. All right, here we are. You're seeing the side of the house, except in this application, what we do in any house, I can walk backwards and talk, I hope. What we do is try to decide where our views are, where our sun is. In this case, primarily where the views are. This is the largest lot in this subdivision, and it's at the end of a cul-de-sac, which is where we're going. The last lot left before they're all built out, we built about 14 or 15 of them in here. Take a look at we created a false door. That door that's over here is not really going into the house. It's going into a side patio. So while you're looking at the side of the house, we want to show you what looks like the front of a house. So come on up, take a look at the driveway while we're going up. You can see what we did, how we scattered the driveway pieces in and out, creating planter beds on the side. Quite a long driveway here. And we used the lay of the land fairly well. This subdivision required that we put a certain amount of brick on the house. You can see we did that in some areas here. This is a gray house, a lot of detail. If you look at our double louver vents on the top, the freeze boards, that's the extra board that goes underneath the rake board. When you have a fatter freeze board or a fatter rake board, I think the house looks a little more substantial. And you'll notice that this here is a 333 siding. That's 3 pieces, 3 inches wide, but it's really one to look like three 3-inch pieces on one piece of siding. 333 vinyl siding here. And those two are both the same panel, a little closer. Not only did we do those two equal, this is a garage with 3 windows on it, but we did the very same thing over here. We took that same panel, that size, and put it here and here. We brought in some of the brick from the front, put it over here, and take a look at what we did here, how we mixed. This is a color of siding called silver, and then this is a granite gray. We kind of mixed that in using the gray roof. It's quite a nice look. You can see we did a beautiful kind of a grayed look on the light fixtures. And look what we did at the bottom. Instead of just bringing all the siding all the way down, created a nice interest with a lot of detail there. That's an aluminum drip cap on top, so when the water gets on top of this wood, well, it's not really going on the wood, it's going on the aluminum drip cap. And look at what we did with our garage door. This is 8 foot high instead of 7 because there's less room at the top. Visually it looks a little better. 7-footer would have been down here. would have been a little bit more siding on the top. Now look over here. This window and this window are normally not here. These windows are normally in the garage. This garage has been pushed over. The normal version of this house, this garage pulls over this way and goes flush right here. Those windows up there aren't there. These two windows. This is the dining room, or whatever you're going to use it for, a room. It could be a den as well, or extra bedroom. And this panel here, same size as the two on the front. This is the same size. So we have 4 of these panels that is roughly 6 feet wide on the front of the house. I think it gives a good balance. This is kind of a surprise. It looks like you're at your front door. We have a nice generous overhang. And most people who come in here, and you can do the same, come follow me right on in, will think that they're entering the house. Now all the furniture was moved out of the house in the last few days. So things that might be on this area, you are on the, not, you look like you're going into the house, but in fact, you're going through a little bit of a decorated breezeway patio here. Look at what we did to the roof line. This is all items that were added to this house just to make this house work. So you have the ability to sit out here, have a little bit of rain protection, spot there maybe for the garbage cans, a spot over here for some chairs or what have you. And if you look how beautiful, stand in that corner over there. Take a look at what we did here on this side. Instead of just taking a big flat side and putting one color of siding, we took a board, took it all the way up, gave some real good definition with our 333 here. This is our 444. So even though this is granite siding, that means 2 4-inch pieces on one piece. This is 3 3-inch pieces on one piece. So it's 444s, 333s. Follow the bouncing siding. Up here we have this overhang. We just added this yesterday for the client, or 2 days ago. I can take this off. This is the first time we're going to go on the patio. This is the, well, this is a patio, so I'm really getting you confused a bit maybe. But this is actually the patio. We're going to have to step over some of this stuff until it's moved. But take a look at this side. We are now on the back of the house in this particular lot. You can see the view. This is a very large lot. There's a pet cemetery back over on this side. But here we did, this house is 31 feet deep. We did a 31-foot long patio coming out roughly 12 feet. Look over here, a little interesting. This is the windows we put in here. 3 6-foot double banks of windows, plus this other window here. And if you've watched any of our other videos, you may know we sometimes do outdoor television. So this is the start of that. We don't have it completed because we don't have all of our wiring out here for the speakers and things, although that can be run out by the owner later. But this is sized for a 55-inch TV, so you could sit out on the patio and watch TV. But really a nice long patio. We've started a little bit of a berm back here where we could plant some trees or something on there to give some separation between this and the backyard neighbor. So I'm going to go around the other side of the home and show you that too while we're out here. This is what we call 4-sided architecture. When you look at a house, there's such a thing as one-sided architecture, which is most of the homes being built today, meaning the front of the house looks good, the rest of it, who cares? When you look at this house, and you step back a couple of steps, you look at the back of this house. Look at how we've got the corners. You can stay right there. How we've got the corners being a different color than this. All the trim work we've put in, the upper area. This is not a inexpensive thing to do, but it really makes the house look attractive. Look over here what we did on the garage. This has got a lot of interest too. Step a few steps over here if you would. Now what you're seeing, this would normally be the back of the house. This single window over here, stay right there, would normally be a patio door. Okay, and this would be the back of the house. Right now it's kind of the side back of the house. This would be, the front of the house would have been the opposite side, but in this case, the front of the house is over here. We're down to just a couple of moments, so we're going to turn off the camera, go inside, give you a quick shot in there. Real quickly, we're going to run out of battery in just a moment. See, we ran out of batteries already. Well, this is a great room, and take a look at how it looks from the inside. We've got beautiful wood floors on. It was just cleaned up by the clients. I'm going to take off my shoes here. Fireplace that has the TV behind it. Take a look at the crown mold that we have in this house. We're not going to give you a full tour of the house. This house is, the owners are now here. They've just arrived as we've been filming, and we're going to cut our visit a little short. But step over there and take a picture of this, or get a view of this, excuse me. I'm going to turn on a couple of lights here. We have lighting going all the way around the room. hidden behind these drywall curtains. This is the kitchen area here, and I'll turn on a couple of lights here if you can bear with me. There we go. Okay, now stand in that corner if you would. We'll just get all four corners of this. This might be the end of it. We are running out of time on our battery, but there you've got that corner, and if you could get that corner over there. Okay. There you are. You can see. And lastly, go right down the hall and let's get a little, just kind of, okay, right there. Now just kind of pan from one side to the other real slowly. You can see how the lighting goes in here. And the new owners are here. It's a happy day. Thanks for coming for our tour. We'll see you on our next Gorilla Video Tour. Bye-bye.